The Catline Clark takeover continues, even in the middle of the CBA negotiations, which has been an absolute circus and a clown show. Catline Clark is still going viral all over the country. We saw her at the Annika. We've seen her in commercials. We've seen her taking over everywhere. And it continues. We got to break all of this down. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, and hype the video.
The digital sports world erupted into chaos the moment reports surfaced that the WNBA league office had stepped in and officially rescinded Catline Clark's controversial 8th technical foul, narrowly preventing what could have resulted in a one-game suspension. In a season marked by record-breaking TV ratings, packed arenas, and non-stop scrutiny, every call carries enormous significance. Yet few moments have generated as much immediate outrage and disbelief as the sequence during the Indiana Fever's intense 90-86 victory over the Chicago Sky. When elite athletic competition collides with controversial officiating, the fallout can spread rapidly across the sports world, fueling heated discussions about fairness, player protection, and the consistency of technical foul decisions. Professional leagues depend on clear and consistent enforcement of their rules. But when ordinary contact during a fast-paced play is interpreted as intentional contact with an official, questions about the credibility of the entire process can emerge. That was exactly what happened during a chaos.
I was a little confused initially about this one, and then I had to do some digging. KTV had to do some digging in the comments. All right, and this was Catline Clark in the Taylor Swift End of an Era docu-series, because I was like, where's this photo from? And I seen a lot of people talking about this in the comments. You see somebody say, I was crazy thinking I was the only one who saw her, by saying no one posted about it, but I recognize the GOAT. So yeah, there was a lot of people that had
chaotic third-quarter sequence involving Catline Clark. As Clark attacked along the baseline, she was under heavy defensive pressure from Chicago's Natasha Cloud. Contact disrupted Clark's momentum, sending her stumbling toward the sideline as she tried to stay with the play and maintain control in a split second of confusion. During the sequence, Clark made incidental contact with a nearby referee. The officials immediately stopped play and assessed Clark a technical foul, which was reportedly her 8th of the season. That decision pushed her beyond the league's technical foul threshold and put her at risk of a one-game suspension against the New York Liberty. The ruling quickly became a major talking point among fans and analysts, many of whom questioned whether the contact was truly intentional or simply the result of a hectic basketball play. What appeared to be a routine moment of physical competition had suddenly become a significant disciplinary controversy with potentially major consequences for Indiana.
Out. We got to get things sorted out in the league that she's actually plays in, because she's not playing in Unrivaled. She's not playing in Project B. She says she wants to play in the WNBA, so we need to get that sorted out. Let's get it sorted out. Here it says, David Sampson predicts WNBA could fold if players get too greedy. If the Players Association believes that Adam Silver is going
under WNBA rules, reaching 8 technical fouls results in an automatic one-game suspension, along with a financial penalty. That made the controversial whistle against Clark especially significant, as it appeared to put her participation in the upcoming high-stakes matchup against the New York Liberty at serious risk. The questionable call immediately sparked frustration among fans and those inside the arena. Slow-motion replays appeared to show Clark reacting to contact from an opponent while already off balance, making the idea that she deliberately initiated contact with an official difficult for many viewers to accept. The Indiana Fever quickly expressed their frustration on the court, with head coach Stephanie White challenging the explanation from the officiating crew. When crew chief Matt Forsberg and the officials reportedly defended the technical by saying Clark intentionally moved toward the official and made forearm contact, The explanation only intensified the controversy surrounding the decision.
That will be the end of the WNBA, Sampson said. But that won't be the end of the world for them because they have options. Now, we've seen these players talking about these options that they have. We've seen them signing. WNBA president Nneka Ogwumike signs with Project B in the middle of CBA negotiations. Board members are co-founders of Unrivaled and have equity stake in Unrivaled. I mean, it's a lot going on. They have been very open and public about flexing their muscle with what they see as leverage with other leagues. Here it says, as Sampson,
Coach White rightly highlighted how unreasonable the accusation was, emphasizing that incidental contact is common in the fast-paced, physical nature of professional basketball, especially when players are moving aggressively to make plays. The frustration escalated when White herself received a technical foul simply for expressing the concerns that many viewers were already voicing during the broadcast. Post-game interviews showed a remarkably composed and confident Caitlin Clark. She explained that she had already reviewed the footage and trusted that common sense would prevail once the league office could examine the play without the emotions and pressure of the live game influencing its judgment. Clark's calm demeanor and confidence that the matter was already being handled behind the scenes suggested that a correction may have been underway well before the official announcement was made.
Then the WNBA begins January 5th. Now that salary was higher than the WNBA's prior to the WNBA's most recent offers. It's set to begin January 5th. And a Saudi-backed traveling international league called Project B has recently begun signing stars, including union president Nneka Ogwumike, to 7-figure contracts. This was a quote: "If you had any ability to invest and you want to start a league to compete with the WNBA, this is the time. Every player is a free agent. All of them want money and need money." Sampson said,
To reverse the technical foul less than 2 hours after the final buzzer sparked enormous relief among fans and represented a major victory for common sense. Had the league allowed the questionable call to remain, it could have created a troubling precedent, effectively punishing a star player for what appeared to be a routine and unavoidable basketball collision. By correcting the decision, the league preserved the competitive balance of the game and ensured that one of its biggest stars remained available for a crucial matchup against a direct rival in the standings. Even though the immediate controversy was resolved, the incident sparked a much broader discussion about officiating standards across the WNBA. During a demanding regular season, players routinely deal with intense physicality, hard screens, difficult falls, and constant contact around the basket. When officials issue technical fouls for what appears to be ordinary incidental contact, it can disrupt the natural flow of the
changes in these talks. He does not believe that owners will budge, which means that if players value the geography and structure of playing in the NBA-owned American League, they may have to accept less than what they are calling for. If the Players Association believes Adam Silver is going to cave, they are wrong, he added. But I will be very careful being cocky if I'm WNBA Players Association. Owners don't care. If the WNBA folds, they will be just fine. And that is I don't see the owners caving like that. I really don't. For now, the WNBPA and team owners continue to negotiate
game while frustrating fans who invest their time and money in following the league. Technical fouls also carry significant consequences for players. Reaching the 8th technical foul can result in a $1,500 fine and a mandatory 1-game suspension, making every additional technical especially important as the season progresses. When a questionable call places a player near that threshold, teams may have very little time to seek a review or correction before the next game. The speed of the league's response in this case underscored how seriously the controversial call was being examined and reinforced the concerns raised by players, coaches, analysts, and fans. The situation also highlighted an important principle in professional sports. Accountability should work in both directions. Players are expected to maintain discipline, professionalism, and sportsmanship, but officials must also be held to high standards of accuracy, consistency, objectivity.